I'm just a guy who enjoys collecting old things and living a quiet life in a wooden house on the edge of a forest in the outskirts. Everything began on a gloomy autumn afternoon when I accidentally wandered into the ruins of a long-forgotten temple. Among the broken stone pillars and wild grass taller than a man, I found 3 ancient Pokeballs. I brought them home and tried to open them, but nothing happened. That night, a thunderstorm swept through. A bolt of lightning struck the lightning rod and surged straight into the wooden shelf where I had placed the 3 spheres. And after the thunder cracked, I saw Entei, Raikou, and Suicune appear. Entei takes up the most space. It's not a dog you can casually fit on a sofa. Entei is as big as a bull, and every step it takes makes my wooden floor groan. The biggest challenge of raising Entei is the heat. Its body constantly radiates warmth. During the first winter, I didn't need a single piece of firewood. As long as Entei curled up in the living room, the entire house stayed at around 30 degrees Celsius. But in return, I had to say goodbye to all my carpets. They would always end up singed if Entei happened to breathe too hard while sleeping. Raikou, on the other hand, is a nightmare for electronics. It's nowhere near as calm as Entei. Raikou moves incredibly fast, and every step leaves behind streaks of purple lightning across the floor. Whenever I pet it, crackling sounds erupt non-stop. And if I'm not wearing rubber gloves, my entire arm goes numb from the shock. Suicune is the perfect balance to the other 2. It's quiet, moving so lightly it feels like it doesn't even touch the ground. Suicune has a strange ability. It purifies everything it touches. It loves standing on the balcony watching the rain, and whenever it's around, the air carries the scent of forest winds. One afternoon, while I was busy fixing some cracked floorboards that Entei had stepped on, I witnessed a silent civil war between the 3, one that was oddly entertaining. It started with Raikou. Full of excess energy, it couldn't sit still for more than 5 minutes. While Entei was sleeping deeply, its body heat turning the living room into something like a bakery oven, Raikou began to get restless. It casually walked over and nudged Entei's smoky mane with its charged, wet nose. Snap. A tiny purple spark shot out. Entei didn't even open its eyes. It simply let out a low growl that made the entire floor tremble like a small earthquake. The electricity from Raikou's steps made Entei's fur stand on end from static. Just as Entei reached its limit, it suddenly stood up, baring its fangs and exhaling a wave of scorching heat. Raikou leapt onto the refrigerator, snarling back in challenge. The tension in the air felt like an explosion was about to happen right in my living room. And then, Suicune appeared. Without growling or threatening, Suicune simply stepped between the 2 heated titans. With a gentle shake of its body, the ribbon-like clouds on its back spread out, releasing a cool, pure mist. What happened next made me chuckle. Raikou quietly jumped down and lay flat on the floor, while Entei let out a sigh, and the 2 began grooming each other as if nothing had happened. Everything went on like that until one full moon night. The sky suddenly turned blood red. An invisible pressure weighed down the air, silencing every bird in the forest. My 3 companions stood up at the same time. Gone were their sleepy and playful expressions. Entei stood like a volcano ready to erupt. Raikou charged with so much electricity that my entire house's power system blew out. And Suicune created a swirling barrier of water around the house. From the horizon, something was approaching. It wasn't a plane, nor any ordinary bird Pokémon. The creature landed in my yard so gently, it didn't disturb even a speck of dust. Ho-Oh. Its feathers shimmered like they were woven from sunlight and gemstones. The sheer majesty it radiated made me fall to my knees, not out of fear, but out of reverence. Ho-Oh didn't cry out or speak. It simply stood there, looking at the 3 old Pokeballs I had placed on the shelf. Then it turned its gaze to Entei, Raikou, and Suicune. The 3 creatures I had long considered pets all bowed their heads. A silent, spiritual communication unfolded. Ho-Oh's golden eyes turned toward me. There were no words, yet memories flooded my mind. The burned temple, 3 innocent beings buried beneath the ruins, and their rebirth from ashes by these very wings. Suddenly, Ho-Oh spread its wings. A gust of wind, carrying shimmering particles, enveloped the house. It didn't take them away. It simply gave me a small nod, a nod of acknowledgement. Then it soared into the sky, leaving behind a radiant rainbow streak across the night.